Listening, the superpower that unlocks your English fluency. Hello, my friend. Today, I invite you to go on a journey that might just change the way you learn English forever. No heavy textbooks, no endless grammar drills, no pressure to memorize long lists of words you may never use. Instead, I want to show you the path that truly works, the path that so many fluent speakers, including myself, have followed. That path begins with one quiet, powerful, magical skill: listening. Imagine your dream moment. Before we dive into how listening unlocks your English, I want you to pause for just a second. Close your eyes if you can. Take a deep breath. And imagine this. You're sitting in a cozy cafe in the heart of London. Outside, the rain softly taps the window panes. Inside, the warm air smells of fresh coffee, sweet pastries, and the faint scent of old books stacked in a corner. All around you, people are talking in English. At one table, two friends laugh as they share stories of their weekend adventures. At another, a couple sits close, whispering about their travel plans and dreams. Their voices rise and fall like music, the words clear, flowing naturally. And here's the most beautiful part: you understand them. Every word, every phrase. Not just the words themselves, but the rhythm, the emotion, the meaning behind them. You smile. You feel confident. The language is no longer a barrier. It's a bridge. You're ready to join in, ready to connect. Now, maybe today that feels like a faraway dream, but I promise you, that dream is closer than you think. The key to reaching it is listening. Listening is your superpower. And today, we'll learn how to awaken that power. The secret we all share, how we first learned to speak. Let's go back in time, way back to when you were just a baby. Think about it. How did you learn to speak your first language? Did you sit at a desk with a grammar book, memorizing rules about verbs and tenses? Did you make long lists of words and study them every night under a lamp? Of course not. You learn by listening. You listened to your parents, your grandparents, your siblings. You heard words repeated at meal times, at playtimes, at bedtimes. You heard stories, songs, gentle words of comfort. You listened again and again, and without even realizing it, your brain absorbed the patterns, the sounds, the meaning. Long before you ever spoke a single word, you understood. And when you finally did speak, it felt natural because listening had prepared you. The same magic works when you learn English. Listening is where true fluency begins. Why listening builds real fluency. So what makes listening so powerful? Why is it the secret weapon of all great language learners? Let's break it down. You absorb grammar naturally. When you listen, your brain picks up grammar without effort. You don't have to memorize that we say, "I've been waiting," instead of "I am waiting since an hour." Your ears hear the correct pattern again and again. Slowly, gently, it becomes part of you. Just like you don't think about subject-verb agreement in your native language, you won't have to think about it in English because it will feel right. You grow your vocabulary faster. When you hear a word in a real situation, it sticks in your memory. Imagine watching a movie where a character says, "I'm starving," as they clutch their stomach. You don't just learn that starving means very hungry. You feel it. You see it. And because you experienced it in context, you'll remember it far better than if you'd seen it on a list. Improve your pronunciation. Reading a word like comfortable might leave you puzzled. Where is that our sound? But when you hear it, comfortable, you learn how it's really said. Listening teaches your mouth the music of the language. You build unshakable confidence. Every time you understand something new, your confidence grows. You realize, I can do this. I can understand. I can speak. I can connect. My own journey. Lost in sound, found in listening. Let me share my story with you. When I first started learning English, I thought I was doing well. I could read books. I could write sentences. I memorized grammar rules and vocabulary lists. But then I tried to watch an English movie. I tried to follow a conversation between native speakers, and I felt lost. The words flew by too fast. The accents were different from the textbook recordings I'd heard. I couldn't catch the meaning. I felt embarrassed, frustrated. I wondered, will I ever truly understand English? Then one day, I made a decision. I stopped worrying about understanding every word. I stopped focusing on the parts one didn't catch. Instead, I focused on the feeling of what I heard. I listened to short clips. I repeated them. I shadowed the speakers, copying their rhythm, their stress, their tone. Little by little, the fog lifted. I started to hear not just words, but meaning, emotion, connection. And that was the turning point. That's when English stopped being just words on a page and became a living, breathing language for me. The beauty of English accents, a gift, not a problem. One of the things that makes English beautiful and challenging is its many accents. Because American English, you'll hear the strong R sound. Car sounds like car, water can sound like water or water. British English, the R softens. Car sounds more like CH. And you'll hear phrases like, that's brilliant, instead of, that's great. Australian English, words dance in a playful rhythm. Today might sound like to die. You'll hear fun expressions, brekkie, breakfast, mate, friend. Irish, Scottish, Indian, South African, Singaporean English. Each brings its own music, its own color, its own beauty. At first, these differences might feel confusing. But don't worry. Each time you listen to a new accent, you grow stronger. Like lifting heavier weights builds your muscles. Listening to different accents strengthens your understanding. How listening changes your life. Here's what happens when you build your listening power. You understand real conversations. When you travel, work, or chat online, you can follow along without freezing or panicking. Your pronunciation improves naturally. You hear how words are really spoken, and your mouth learns to copy. You enjoy English media. Instead of guessing at jokes or missing important moments in films, you get it. And it feels fantastic. Your confidence soars. You stop fearing new conversations. You know you can handle any accent, any situation. Moments when listening save the day. Let's bring this to life with some examples. Pushpin at the airport. A fast-talking officer asks, "Are you checking bags or carrying on?" Thanks to your listening practice, you smile and reply without hesitation. Pushpin at work. A colleague with a strong Irish accent says, "Let's grab a cuppa before the meeting." You know they mean tea. You nod, you laugh, you connect. Pushpin watching a film. A character says, "No worries, mate." You don't just understand. You feel the warmth of the phrase. Your listening plan, train like a champion. Here's how to build your listening superpower. Start small, but be consistent. Even 5 to 10 minutes a day creates change. Build up to 30 minutes or more over time. Use subtitles at first, then let them go. Subtitles help at the beginning, but as your confidence grows, challenge yourself to listen without them. Choose topics you love. Football, cooking, music, fashion, gaming. Listen to what excites you. When you love what you hear, you learn faster. Shadowing. One of the most powerful tools. Listen, pause, repeat aloud, matching the speaker's rhythm and tone. You'll be amazed at your progress. Mix accents gradually. Start with one, maybe American or British. Add others as you grow stronger. Record yourself. Play it back. Notice what matches the native speech and where you can improve. Patient. At first, you won't catch everything. That's okay. Progress matters more than perfection. The magic moment. Thinking in English. Here's what happens after consistent listening. You stop translating in your head. When you hear, "What's up?" you don't think of the exact words in your language. You just feel the meaning. When someone says, "I'm good, thanks," you respond naturally. Your brain processes English as English. That's fluency, and listening will take you there. The power of tone, listening beyond words. Listening teaches you more than words. It teaches tone, the music of speech that shows emotion. So great, happy tone, equals truly great. Oh, great, flat or sarcastic tone, equals the opposite. When you hear tone, you understand more than meaning. You understand feeling. Connection. Resilience, the gift listening gives you. Listening builds resilience. It teaches you not to give up when you don't understand something. It teaches patience. It teaches focus. You learn to see the big picture, not get stuck on one word. And soon, you'll realize, I understand so much more than I thought I could. Your challenge, begin today. Pick something to listen to. A podcast, a song, a YouTube channel, a movie. Listen for just 5 minutes. Let your ears explore. Or do it again tomorrow. And the next day, watch yourself grow. Final thought. Let listening light your way. Listening is the quiet superpower that transforms your English. It builds grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, confidence, all without stress, all without fear. So listen bravely. Listen widely. Embrace every voice, every phrase, every accent. And remember, every minute you listen is another step toward the fluency you dream of. Your journey starts now, and listening will lead you all the way. Subscribe for more inspiration. Your English journey continues here.